every individual in each of our own journey through life. Wherever we may have come from, whatever situation, we are here today because of one thing. We are given hope. And this hope we are given is for us to make the story better than it ever was before.
Hello, good evening, everyone. So thank you to the Right Here, Right Now cast, and that's right here, right now. And it's because it's about writing, the power to write your own story according to God's plan. So they will be helping, or the production will be helping St. Matthew's and St. Paul's, our neighboring parish, for their fundraising needs. So for St. Paul's in particular, for their church building needs, and for St. Matthew's for their school and other needs. The producers and creative team of Right Here, Right Now are the same producers that brought to you Everlasting Light 1, 2, and 3 in San Francisco. And it's the same producers and creative team who will be also delivering tonight's presentation, A Year of Hope musical experience. So right here, right now will not only help St. Paul's and St. Matthew's, but it will also help bring hope to the poor and marginalized. And I think RJ has already mentioned that last year the production raised $34,000 to help with the education and housing of the poor in the third world countries. So they're bringing about hope to the poor. And speaking of hope, tonight the young people from our parish are going to present to you a beautiful message of hope. And these young people have actually gone out of their comfort zones and they spent so many hours and weeks practicing to give you a good show tonight. And tonight's musical experience, it's not a full-blown musical because we can't really dance in the church. But it's a musical experience. It's a different kind of presentation that we've had here inside this church because we will try to show you a glimpse of the issues that confront our youth today. And I'm actually glad that I saw a lot of young people in the audience. So the other thing is that not only are we going to show you a glimpse of the issues that confront the youth today, but also the hope that everyone is searching for. So without further ado, again, I'd like to thank everyone who put this show together. Thank you very much on behalf of the parish and the community. Thank you so much for putting this together. And thank you to all of you for coming and to watch the show and enjoy the show.
about God and their faith. You see, on weeknights like this, we have different groups who come to church to hold their sessions, their meetings, their gatherings, and their practices. And we also have church people who come to church to pray too. Like over here, you will see is youth choir practicing to prepare for Lent.
All right, let's practice the response. Words of my God, why have you abandoned me? 3, 4. My God, my God, God, why have you abandoned me?
This is such a waste of time. I'd rather be at home right now, studying for my test tomorrow.
Okay, I have a better idea. I will sing it for you once, and so you know how it goes. My God, my God, you know what? There are people praying in the church. I will get your music pieces. I will be back. Can people pray?
Lord, I need your light. Do you hear me calling? I'm struggling to make ends meet. Feels like I'm falling. I'm so far from home. Why have you left me alone? My God, oh my God, why have you abandoned me?
The last night that Jesus had dinner with his best friends, Jesus felt that one of his good friends was going to betray him.
Teacher, what is betraying?
Well, it means that one of his good friends was going to cross him and hand him over to the soldiers who would hurt him.
Then Jesus went to the garden to pray. He knew that something bad was going to happen to him and that he would get hurt. He was praying to his Father, and although it was hard for him to see himself get hurt, Jesus trusted his dad's will. He hoped in his dad's promise that his dad will not leave his son by himself.
Here, look.
One of his best friends handed him over to the soldiers with a kiss. He got beaten up. He carried a big wooden chopped tree trunk on his shoulders. Then they hung him on a tree with his hands open wide. Then he died on the cross. Then suddenly, the earth shook. Take a deep breath.
practicing so hard, and I still haven't made the cut. I hate that I'm not good enough. I have no hope of making it to any sports team.
Why are they laughing at me again? I hate being laughed at. Is it the clothes I wear? Or is it the way I speak? Or is it because I just don't fight back? I just don't belong. I don't fit in. I have no hope.
How did I fail my exam? I studied so hard for it. If my parents find out that I'm not doing well in school, they'll be so mad at me. They want me to excel, but this year's just too tough. They don't understand that it's not easy. Stop pressuring me to get high grades.
I bet no one would even notice if I was no longer here.
There's really no point in continuing on. The world isn't as nice as I thought it was when I was younger. There's no point. The world will never be perfect. The world will never be fair. But when the world is crumbling, look up. He is standing there. He will always be there.
But how can you be so sure?
We pray for blessings. We pray for peace. Comfort for family. Protection while we sleep. We pray for healing. For prosperity. We pray for your mighty hand to ease our suffering. And all the while, you hear each spoken need. Yet love us way too much to give us lesser things. 'Cause what if your blessings come through raindrops? What if your healing comes through tears? I want you to meet. You see, I'm part of this society, and we meet and we share stories about those who are weak and those who are struggling, and we find strength and hope through their stories.
Hi, my name is Joseph, and I'm a part of this society, which brings to you stories from around the world to inspire you to reach out and help those in need. Many of us have heard of the story of how St. Paul used to persecute Christians before his conversion. And many of us know how life was so difficult for early Christians, how they had to worship God in hiding. But do we know what it feels like to be persecuted for our faith? Imagine this. You are sitting at your normal seat at Sunday Mass, and suddenly a bomb goes off outside, and in runs 15 gunmen, and they take everybody in the church hostage. And one by one, they kill off the parishioners. It is not until half of the church has died from their injuries before a rescue team arrives. Now, this is not a made-up story. This actually happened at Our Lady of Salvation Church in Baghdad, in the country's Iraq. Christians in Iraq are considered to be one of the longest continuous living community in the world, with the belief that the apostles Thaddeus and Thomas bringing the faith to the Middle East after Jesus' resurrection. In 2003, there were around 1.5 million Christians in that country. That represented roughly 5% of the population. Now, for a Middle East country, that is not bad at all. But in recent years, terrorist activities from groups such as Al-Qaeda and the Islamic State have forced many, many Christians out of their homes. And a more recent count in 2013 reveals that there were only 200,000 Christians left in the country. In June of this year, the Islamic State moved into the city of Mosul. Now, that is the second largest city in Iraq. Obviously, there were a lot of Christians there. And upon their arrival, they chased all of the Christians out of their homes. Every Christian had to leave their homes and walk away, or they would have to pay a very expensive fine to stay behind, one which nobody could afford. And on the deadline, they changed their mind, and everybody had to leave the city anyway. Many of them had no time to pack and could leave with only the clothes on their back. And the same thing happened in August to the city of Korakosh. That city represented Iraq's biggest Christian population. Christians were chased out of their homes with no food, no water, and no shelter. They had nowhere to run. They had nowhere to hide. Parents have even started throwing their kids off cliffs just to prevent them their pain of starvation and dehydration. And for more than 2,000 years, these two cities are believed to have no more living Christians in them. This is persecution. And this is what it feels like to be persecuted for your faith. Pope Francis has asked the 1 billion Catholics around the world to pray for this cause, to pray for our brothers and sisters in Iraq. But have we all? So tonight, I leave you with a challenge. And that is to be one of the 1 billion Catholics in the world who will have prayed for our brothers and sisters in Iraq, who will offer the hopeless a little glimmer of hope.
Hi, my name is Lynette, and I'm here to tell you a story about an organization called Mighty Nepal. In Nepal and India, girls as young as 6 years old are being held victims of human trafficking. These traffickers trick the families of these girls by promising them job opportunities and marriage for their daughters. Because of the gender disparity in the region,